They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
From the 30 on second down, Jones. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Throwing, Jones. He's got Bellinger. And a powerful stiff arm. It frees him. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Vision and speed, two of the attributes that you might say are important for a free safety, and we saw both in evidence there. A first down carry for Barkley. Down to about the 37.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Second down, here's Barkley again. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now Jones shoves him aside, and they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So Jones off, Graham Gano on here for the New York Giants field goal. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. Gano's kick is good, and the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
They'll run here with a rookie second-round pick, Kenneth Walker. They find some open field here. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet.
Mills can't get away, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 41-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed. And
that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. On 1st and 10, Mills letting one go deep for the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Noah Fant with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Seahawks are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Jason Myers now for the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now, they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 24 yards the gain there. Another first down as well. That's his first catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 21. First catch of the game for Hopkins. It's a first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now Jones throwing on first down. And he finds Shepard. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard from 21 yards away. And the Giants are able to move back in front. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is now 10-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback. And they'll begin at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Dexter Lawrence that time in on the stop. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Mills to throw it. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
To throw, Mills. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 29-yard line. first down throw for Mills. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had the incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off by Aaron Robinson. And the Giants are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. The extra point now coming from Myers. And that makes it 14-10. Following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And we see James, he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Yeah, no question. He got to the QB late, CD, and that's going to get a flag every time. Every
single time. Because let's face it, the league is always going to have an emphasis on these calls. They want to take care of these quarterbacks who are in vulnerable positions when they're passing the football.
Jones now on first down to Barkley on the check down. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. To throw again on second down. Jones. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 27-yard line. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Mills. Noah Fant with a catch on the crossing route. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. The Seahawks sitting at 5-2 on the year. And they've been playing well, really well. I mean, winners of 5 of their last 7, but losers last time out.
And it always hurts when you lose a tight game, as they did a week ago. I think each player starts thinking to himself, if I could have played better one play here, one play there, maybe it could have changed this team's fortunes. But it absolutely illustrates how important it is to play a complete game if you want to win in the NFL. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And the Seahawks are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long. But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Kenneth Walker hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes it a 21-10 game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued. And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 48 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Hands it off out of the gun. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Eluding the pressure right. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
On fourth down, Jamie Gillen on to punt for the Giants. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Mills now looks to throw on first down. Catch is made by Metcalf. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
On 2nd and 9, Mills. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. Third down. And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. Throwing, Mills. And And this one is incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team. They begin with a run by Barkley.
And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. So I remember playing in these spots, and my coach was always saying, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw from his end zone, Jones. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And he gets this up just shy of the 15. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big 1st down to get away from the end zone. Up the middle with Barkley. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
From the 16, Jones. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jones. A quick pass here. He's got Shepard. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A give to Barkley out of the gun. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 72 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up 1st downs.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he'll be marked out right at the 20-yard line. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. And Jones going to keep once more. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it. And
he will take it on in. for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Giants go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to have a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
To try again after the sack. Mills. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Give them 18 on the play.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 60 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 41. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
On 3rd down, here's Mills. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 21. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Ken Walker with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. And after the touchdown. Here's Myers to boot it away. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Throwing Jones. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Barkley, inside handoff. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, Jones. He dumps it off to Barkley. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Desperation time now. Here's Jones. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Here's Walker to start the drive. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Defensively, no doubt they need a quick stop. Offensively here, maybe do you put it in the air on 2nd down, or do you go ahead and keep it on the ground, keep that clock moving?
A lot of people would ask that question, partner, because sometimes throwing the ball might actually be the path of least resistance. But in this case, it's a matter of trust. How much do you trust your quarterback? Because you throw the ball and it goes awry, you really don't look smart as a coach.
Yeah, and then you stop that clock. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run again with Walker. And he stopped immediately there. Aaron Robinson in on the stop. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw is Mills. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissling. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 39. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. An even 100 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Here's Mills. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 12-yard line. Nice third down conversion at even 20 yards. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Walker with it. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Mills now. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats. Don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet. He'll get this out to Barkley complete. And he's going to pick up a first down here as that clock continues to run. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Jones. And incomplete on the deep ball.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
To throw is Jones. And he will slide down with the first down for the moment, but a penalty flag on the field. Andrew Thomas, former first-rounder from Georgia, called for the penalty there. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now Jones. He finds Hopkins complete. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Jones. He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So the victory here for Seattle, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Seahawks, they run their mark to 6-2 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10.